Go live and
Kev a
it's not.
star.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, boys. Welcome into another episode of Could Be
no.
Wrong.
Oh, you're doing the. I want to make Kev a star. We were in mid conversation about this.
I know. That's why I tried to save it. And of course, in typical fashion, let's just keep it. Let's show it all. No, let's show it all.
We were mid conversation. I wanted to start mid conversation. Kevin, I would like you to be a star and for us to put you in uncomfortable situations. Like we're going to patch on in some media calls and have you do accents.
Yeah.
It'll be really fun. I don't know. Maybe get a lot of fans angry at you on Twitter and come after
trying
you.
to tweet you. What's your handle, Kevin? I don't even know.
I don't even. I think it's just at Kevin Tehan, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's not. Kevin, or is it?
Underscore?
Is it Kevin? He's so averse to being a star, he doesn't even share his full name publicly.
How are we going to make you a
No,
star?
it's Kevin Tehan.
Yeah,
Everyone,
it's at Kevin
we're making
Tehan.
Kevin. It's Kevin Tehan, no underscore. We're making him a star. Everyone follow at Kevin Tehan.
There's
Okay.
another Kevin Tehan out there that was really upset with me.
But it's not
Guys.
spelled like Connor Tehan.
We have a
No.
lot to get to. We have a lot to get
Okay.
to. I'm gonna steamroll your guys' steamroll. I'm the steamroller. I'm the alpha, true alpha here.
I dominated.
KU just won an exhibition game against Fort Hays State, 71-35. Basketball. We will get to that. There are some things to discuss there, but we can't start without addressing what happened on Saturday in Lawrence. 42-17. Kansas State beats KU. Congratulations to the Wildcats on their first win in the new booth. Didn't have to wait long to check that box off. As for KU, they're going to have to wait at least another year to break the streak against K-State, which is now 17 consecutive seasons. And we talked a lot last week about like the importance of this game. We kind of had a debate about this is the biggest KU football game since when. I think I asserted and Mech agreed with me. I think, Mike, we eventually got you over to our side as well, that this was the biggest KU football game.
That's not right.
Did I flip-flop that?
Yeah.
Okay. It was the biggest game since the Mangino era is what I had said. And Mech, I think you tweeted this out or something to this tune on Saturday because you were there at the booth. It was a bad day to have a bad day. And that was about as bad of a day as KU's had all season. And that bad day couldn't have come on a worse day against your in-state rival who historically in this series doesn't make mistakes, doesn't do the dumb stuff, doesn't beat themselves. And all of those things are what Kansas ended up doing. So I don't want to revisit that conversation, but Mech, you were there. So I want to start with you. How quickly did the air come out of that balloon at the booth on Saturday?
About 3 minutes into the game. And that was really frustrating because the first minute was awesome. Like the place was pretty juiced. And I went to the Cincinnati game, which was dead. Like it was completely dead. It was just one of the worst environments of a full house I'd maybe ever been to. And I was a little nervous that that's kind of what it was. Like maybe some version of the stadium just wasn't working or whatever. But K-State was pretty hyped. Like it was actually a pretty good vibe. There was people were wet and cold, but you're there, so we might as well be into it. And it was
How were they?
Huh?
They were wet?
Yeah, just wet, just a little moist. So we have the start of the game, and everyone's like, okay, this is it. We're gonna do this tonight. This is it. This is the day. This is it. And obviously, about the next 5 minutes happened, 5 to 10 minutes, and it was like, oh shit, this isn't good. Like it, there was never a point in the game other than right before half, which to their credit, the first time we played a good before half all season long, it felt like, where we got a little momentum back, and you thought, okay, we get the ball coming out of halftime, so that there was that little moment right there, and then poof,
it was weird because when they got that touchdown at halftime, it was 21-14, and it was one of those things where it happens all the time with KU. Similar feeling in the Texas Tech game where it's like, I know they're only down 7. It feels like they're getting throttled. And people always say that thing, the tweet, man, they should feel fortunate to only be down 7. But I felt the opposite. I was like, I don't feel like this is real. It was the same feeling after the touchdown, we force the fumble on the opening kickoff. Jalen goes into the end zone, doesn't really go into the end zone. It probably was a fumble. They didn't have an angle to rule it inconclusive. And even at that point, I was like, all right, I know this is good on paper. It doesn't feel like an emphatic start to the game. And then quickly we saw once K-State touched the ball in the next possession, they started to assert their dominance. But it was similar to the Texas Tech game, and that at no point, even when they did kind of feel like they were
I disagree.
getting some momentum, it didn't feel like it was going to amount to anything.
I have a take. That's a bad take by you.
Okay.
Texas Tech game, they had a shot. KU had no shot in this game. They got steamrolled. Yeah. The backup quarterback was out there.
Bad take. That's a bad take. That's a bad take by you.
What
Poor man's
what are we
Andy
doing on
Dalton.
this podcast? We
Fine,
were less of a loser in which game?
It doesn't matter. That's a good take by you. I have a take. That's a good take. KU's fatal error was getting too much momentum on the opening kick. We all know this keeps happening. Too much momentum early. Fans and everyone was thinking the game was over. Adversity hit, and everyone was like, "Oh no, we've lost," and you couldn't get it back. When the botch punt happened, though, Mac, tell me what every human in the stadium was thinking, including the KU and K-State players.
Any human who's been alive, especially
I'm alive.
for
Wish I wasn't.
it's been around KU football. I'll just call it that. It's been around KU football long enough. It was like, oh, here we go again. It's the here we go again. It's the here we go, and it's like,
Yeah.
and at that exact moment, like, I looked around, like the people around me, and every single person had the exact same look on their face. Every single person.
I'm dead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, describe the face.
It's the holy shit, we're doomed again. How does this happen? Like that and it was stupid, right? It didn't have to be. And that's one thing about, Lance's teams. They generally kind of seem to have short memories relative to some of the teams that we've had at KU in the past, but it was so sucky. It was just real sucky all around.
And so I think that we can get into Jalen, we can get into Lance, we can get into the play calling, the defense, which is, I mean, since the Missouri game, so really since you played Wagner and who'd they open the season against, Fresno, since those two games, this has been a bottom 10 defense in the country. I think in the last 3 games, I was talking to Kevin before this, they've been outscored 46-7 in the first quarter, with that lone touchdown being maybe not even a touchdown against K-State. So there's
it wasn't.
There's a lot of different directions we can go with this, but I think
it really wasn't.
Instead of building up to it, I think we should maybe just get into the situation that I saw the most fan reaction talking about on Saturday was Lance. People are frustrated that after a bye week against your biggest opponent in a season where they are not playing up to their standards, you laid an absolute egg. Like, whoever you want to point the blame at, it's fine. That was a total ass whooping, and you don't get those unless literally no aspect of your game plan is executed at a high level, which is exactly what happened. So I asked this question to you guys because it's something I've been thinking about a lot this weekend. And KU is sitting here at 4-4 with 4 games to go. Do you guys think that we have seen the peak of Kansas football under Lance Leipold? Like, will we ever see whatever you think that peak was 2 years ago, winning the bowl game, the year before starting 5-0? Will Kansas football ever get back to that level of competitiveness under Lance? Because it's clear it's not happening this year. You're going to lose Jalen, and as much as people want to shit on him, he's the only reason you've won 3 of those 4 games. So I'll ask again, do you guys think we've seen the peak of the Leipold era at Kansas?
Such a good question.
Too good. We got to shut the episode down.
All right. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcast. We'll be back next week to answer that question and more.
The peak being 4-0 game day TCU.
Damn.
Or that whole season.
Or you could say the bowl win 2 years ago with Jason Bean.
That might be the peak. The team was pretty fucking good.
So he's just a Les Miles player merchant.
What?
That's another
I
conversation.
kind of wrote about this today, actually, but go ahead, Mick.
What if it's always been that Lance and Jalen don't work? Because the one piece of sample size we have, Lance worked pretty well with another guy.
Dude.
What
This is the astronauts looking at the Earth, and Lance and Jalen don't work together. Never
This-
have.
full on galaxy brain. But the history would tell us, to answer your question, Nick, that yes, that was the best we'll see. That's history talking. But now we have a new stadium. We have money. There are things that
Kind
are
of.
equalizers in the sport now, or closer to equalizers in the sport, that we could take advantage of theoretically if we wanted to. I think some would say we already have been, and it's still not working. I mean, we've talked about this, but the recruiting world thinks Lance is overpaying for recruits and getting guys that we shouldn't by virtue of paying more than they're worth. I mean, that is a take that is out there among
Can I-
coaches. I talked to one.
A Power 5 coach.
Power 5
Good
coach
one. A good Power 5 coach.
in person.
Objectively, yeah.
On a golf
Position coach.
And he said that KU was overpaying head coach.
Higher.
He said KU was overpaying guys.
Yes.
Okay, I was just
I
clarifying.
know who it is. You never even told me, but I know who it is.
Yeah, I do too, actually. And I'm going to say
You
it
talked
at
to
the end of the
Dion?
episode.
I talked to me and Dion hanging on the golf
Dion
course.
was like paying you got to pay him less. I wrote about this today. Check your inbox. KU's played 18 offensive players, more than 100 snaps this year. Only 3 were recruited by Lance out of high school. One of them is the worst starter on the team, Calvin Clements. The backup tight end, essentially Carson Bruin, and Keaton Kubeka, who grades out as below average. There's no one making a meaningful difference on offense that Lance recruited from high school in his fifth year, fourth recruiting cycle. I know there's a lot of talent before that, but like, wasn't this a development staff? Like that was their whole thing. They've done pretty well in the portal, I guess, except for the receivers and players this year generally. But like that seems weird to me. You look at his classes are kind of gone. Defense has 4 of the top 15 most played guys out of high school. Jalen Todd, Dak Brinkley. Actually, Dak hasn't played that much. Blake Harold, Austin Alexander. A little bit sketchy.
Yeah, so I would love for you to dig into this, Mike, because you're the guy to do it. Like, I want to know, and this isn't, I'm not even implying anything. I want to know what Lance does. I want to know exactly how he runs this program, because I know what he does externally. Like, I know what he does on Saturdays on the sidelines because we can see him.
Reps.
I know that he was instrumental.
Game.
Reps.
I watched
I know.
the game on the
I
side.
know that he was instrumental in, getting the funding secured for the stadium and, bringing this football program, at least visually, into the 21st century. But like from a recruiting point of view, from a hiring coaches, from instruction, play calling, game planning, is he the guy who is very much hands-on in all of those respects? Or is he the CEO who is delegating, putting other people in positions to make those decisions? Because I am a little concerned at just how much this season has got away from him and got away from this team. And basically what I'm asking is, how much of the blame does he deserve?
2 years in a row, by the way.
How much of the blame does he
Because
deserve?
because we can sit here
A
and we
lot
can
of it.
explain, but we can sit here and we can say, okay, DK McDonald hasn't been good enough.
That's
The defense hasn't showed up.
Lance.
Offensive
fired
play
him.
calling on Saturday was horrendous. Like, just K-State's D coordinator coached circles around Zabrowski and that other guy whose name I can never remember.
Lubick.
But I understand at a baseline level, the responsibility always lies on the head coach, but I just would love to have more insight into exactly like his coaching style when it comes to running this program.
I will work on this before answering, because there was like a lot of different pieces. I think he's still very much involved, but like the assistant coach hires to me is a really big one to look at. We've talked about that. I can talk about it more. Recruiting philosophy, very much like high character, consistent, disciplined dudes, whatever that means. But like, okay, that you can control those guys. They will do what you say, and it'll get you to a certain level of wins. We're here. Will they be able to take a look at where they're at and say, what do we need to do now? What do we need to change as far as like who we're bringing in, who we target, how we do it? I don't know that they're going to be that reflective. That doesn't totally seem to be, they don't really seem to be a change their ways staff. They seem to be like same thing every day. We believe in it. And I guess I get it, but like, it's not the most inspiring or reassuring. DK McDonald is like, was and is a really puzzling hire. We've talked about that. Darryl, I'm going to say his last name wrong, the offensive line coach. The Discord calls him different names. Agaspla, whatever. It's not right, but I like saying it, so I'm going to just stick with it now. Was like with him in D3 and at Buffalo. Why are you looking at me like that, Mac?
No, I just wanted to hear you say it again.
I can't say it. The O-line development to me is also like a major one. Wide receiver development, really disappointing. Like, again, the player development staff isn't really developing players in a way that you'd like to see. Defense continues to be bottom 90. It's been every year since he's been here. So not really inspiring. He's involved in this stuff, but like, I don't know.
Well, I can't wait for your deep dive on it, Mike. I feel like there's a chance that you come back with that it's just the Step Brothers Prestige Worldwide presentation where he's
Rob
just
Ianello.
computers, uniforms,
Security,
stadiums, protein shakes. They're like, all right, we got
So
our,
good.
we know what we got to focus on this year. The plays and all that, and the personnel, we'll figure that out, I
Possibly
guess.
you.
Investors.
So I feel like it's this like puzzling place to be in as a program, because every time we talk about our frustrations with Lance, we always have to include the caveat.
It is
of, like,
frustrating.
we always have to say that thing of like, well, do you want to go back to look at where we were before we hired him? And
Sure.
I agree. And it's a weird spot to be in, because
Yeah.
I've noticed this on Saturday. I'm noticing it in the comments right now. No one's coming right out and saying, gotta fire him. Maybe there were a few people on Twitter on Saturday. I'm sure there was plenty in the Discord, but like, there aren't a lot of people who are like, it's time for him to go. Goff needs to fire him. Because the reality is Travis Goff can't fire him. He can't. If Travis Goff fired Lance Leipold, the public reaction, even like for me, I'm so frustrated with Lance, and there's part of me that's like, could we do better? Is there someone out there? But if I saw the press release tomorrow that like Lance Leipold has been dismissed, I'd be like, wait, fuck, no, I don't know if that was the move, because we know how bad it has been. And I don't really know where that leaves us. Maybe this is just like the experience that we're going to have to deal with as a program. Also, I don't know who would want to come sign up to be the next head coach if they're like, really? He
if
was
you
the
fire
best guy you've had in
You can't fire
15
him.
years and you canned him. But
We've done this literally before. When
I know.
the team
You can't
like,
do it.
it'd be the same
It's
thing.
you can't do it, but we're all obviously big investors here. And if you're looking at an investment and you're like, what is the expected return going forward? I know it's worked out well, but it's kind of staggered right now. Do you see this thing performing well going forward? And you start to question it.
Yeah.
I think all things can be true. He has been really good for Kansas. Kansas has been really good for him. But that doesn't mean it's the right long-term play. You can hit a ceiling as a coach. You can. Like that's some coaches are designed to be able to get you just far enough. I worry the most about his ability to put a staff together. Because in college football, that matters a lot.
Yeah.
And he never had to put a staff together.
Yeah.
He had the same freaking dudes forever. And they just followed him around. And then they didn't. And then when they left, like there was no plan. There was no obvious choices. Every single one of them, basically every single one of them, I'm sure there's an exception, have all been bad. Like objectively. At least from the like perspective of the outsider. I'm sure there are people inside who'll be like, no, the tight ends coach is really like whatever. But that's not good. And everything's been a swing and miss on that. And it's a little awkward when he talks about other coaches.
Say it. Other coaches. Okay.
I don't think he knows them.
I don't either.
Should still be able to hire him.
You would think.
Search firm.
Nope. No. Whitewater.
Pipeline. It's a pipeline.
That one is really concerning. Like, are you willing to, do you understand like what has made you good and where you struggle, and can you plug those gaps, double down on the success? And like, I haven't really seen that. There's like no reason to believe that they can kind of, again, keep adjusting. At the same time, like, I don't know. It's a weird one. I think, if I may ask a question, Nick, this is normally your thing. I mean, like, how much of the fan agitation also, at least online, at least where we're seeing it, is part of like him not really being complimentary of the fans ever?
I mean, he could love the fans, and if we were still getting these exact same results on the field, I don't think people would care. But
I think lose. I think it's a little easier to be like, fuck that guy, when you felt like he said fuck you guys.
Well, yeah, okay. So to your point, every time that kind of stuff has come up, it's been in relation to wanting more fans at the stadium. Even before they started building the booth, it was like, we got to raise money. People got to come to games. All of this, just asking.
Yeah.
And
yes.
And you've gotten everything you've asked for. You got the new stadium. You got a raise. What's he making? Like just south of $7 million this year. He's got a $22 million buyout right now, which is another reason why they can't fire him.
Yeah, that's
so.
One.
You've been begging people to care, but did you consider that what comes with fans caring and being invested is that they're going to be pissed off when you lay an egg in the biggest games repeatedly, which is what you've done specifically this year. So like that's the other side of the coin. And so to go back to your question or what you were talking about, Mech, is he at a point, he's 61 years old. He's been coaching as a head coach for like 20 years now. is he in a place as a head coach and at Kansas where someone can get in his ear and tell him, like, this is what's going to be expected of you? Or because he's the best coach in the last 15 years and has turned this program around in a significant way, does he kind of not answer to anybody? That's a genuine question. If anybody has the answer, I'd love to hear it. Because at least my perception has been that, like, he can kind of call his own shots, and that's how he's gotten raised, and that's how he
dog walked Travis Goff.
That's how he's been able to flirt with taking other jobs and parlay that into more money. So I'm just kind of curious what the power dynamic there is, because if you're going to tell me that no one can, like, sit him down and be like, hey, thank you for everything, but, like, you got to fix some shit, then that's concerning.
I think both are true and real. I think he has, like I said, kind of dog walked Travis in negotiations, like, pretty majorly. I think we can see that. At the same time, I think Travis is going to have those conversations with him. I think this probably already happened with, like, sideline demeanor and stuff. I think Mech, you're saying no. I think, like, there may be it would show up in, like, a coach change, assistant coaching change or something. That's, like, a little bit of, like, donors want blood. I think that that'll probably, like, will get there, actually, unless something changes in the last few games.
He's pretty good with the mega donors, for what it's worth.
I think he's a good person.
Yeah,
and, like, pretty straight up with people. He's smart about that stuff.
He knows that game pretty well.
Yeah, I would agree.
But to your point, if you're not winning, you could be great with mega donors and still.
There's an $850 million investment. Basketball getting less money than it used to as a percentage of the total money for resourcing, just in general. Like, but also Lance wasn't wrong in asking for a lot of the things he asked for. Complaining about the fans, like, yeah, it's annoying. The way he did it was not the most, like, tactful, but I don't think he was totally wrong either. And, like, maybe the fan stuff, but, like, fixing these facilities, getting the program to a better place, like, it maybe just took that kind of person. So is KU better off in the long run because of the stuff that annoys us? Like, yeah, probably. Yeah. But he has asked and, like, never really showed that love back. And in fact, I think when Washington comes calling and the AD's office is waiting to find out, you can't really go. You're not going to win some love if you go dark on him.
All right, so I think
he did that.
I'm going to push back on this idea because this has irked me the whole time Lance has been.
I know what you're going to talk about. Yeah,
this whole thing about, like, oh, the fans got to show up if you want to support this program. Yet, when you play poorly, when you do what you did against Kansas State and 2 weeks prior against Texas Tech, does that mean the fans are entitled to not show up? When's their next home game? On Saturday against Oklahoma State?
I'm worried.
Does that mean it's okay? Does that mean it should be, right? Because if you deserve fan support when you're playing well, that means you shouldn't have to. Like, I'm wondering if this is a two-way street here, or because the impression that I get, nobody's told me this is just the impression I get from the outside, is that it's less about we need fans because we're going to build this thing, and it comes off more as, like, appreciate me, appreciate what I've done for you. Look what you were before I showed up. Now come give me a little support. And if it's that,
give me some sugar.
I don't like, you're compensated very well. You got a new stadium. That should be support enough. If you want to pack the booth every Saturday, then try winning a fucking rivalry game.
Yeah.
Like, try showing up and not just winning, but, like, you got embarrassed in the biggest opportunity of your coaching tenure. You got laughed out of your own stadium by your biggest rival. So, like, I'm kind of done with, I want to kill that conversation forever about like fan support. Do fans need to do more? Should they be at the stadium? Should they be buying? I don't ever want to have that fucking conversation again. It's dead after Saturday.
Until
Fair.
But what if we win?
until they win. You reel off 4 in a row or something, you know, you can start having that
But even if you reel off, here's the deal.
When
I can't say this. I've said this so many times over the past 3 years, but I'll do
When
it one
Cole
more time.
Ballard next year and the Kansas Jayhawks are 8-0.
You can't
That stadium's half full.
change. You can't change the psychology of a fan base by asking nicely.
no.
You don't change.
You didn't ask
people's-
nicely.
Yeah, by demanding.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's more like
That
it.
whole thing about like,
You went
oh
about it
guys,
poorly.
come on, support the guys. It's like
Mangino
that's not
did?
how it works.
He
It's
didn't
not how it
do
works.
that.
You know what Mangino did? Mangino
what?
came to every basketball game and handed out
Yeah.
pizzas to every kid in the line. Came to every camping group and handed out donuts. Said, "We'll see you at the football. We'll see you at football." Like everyone loved him, and he didn't
Yeah.
ask one person to do anything other than keep sawing wood, baby. Just keep sawing wood, and they're gonna come. You build it, they'll come.
Maybe
Like
some
that,
bear
you know
claws.
what? Those were the best. That stretch. Fans were there the entire time. They didn't leave at halftime. They could. They stayed the entire game. Those
It was
games,
genuine.
incredible. Like kind of sold me for life. Like I want this. But so yeah, you can try to artificially create nonsense. Which, by the way, the KU football staff, like the production environment where they're trying to artificially create something, is a hot mess.
It sounds horrible in there.
So bad.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people.
You have an MC who's like telling you to do things, and they're trying to start new traditions, and it's just it's all terrible. Just play football, win games. You'll get all the fan support you want.
Look at these pictures from earlier, Lance. Here he is, intro press conference. Not the most stylish man in the world, mayhaps. Here he is at a KU volleyball game. Ferragamo loafs. Did Lance lose his edge?
Mm.
Some are wondering.
he's swag OD'd.
What happened to this man? I want the sweats Leipold. Swag OD'd.
Too paid.
Guy gets,
This
happened.
happened.
He gets a new stadium and all of a sudden starts showing up in Ferragams.
Can't
Live in the dirt, get back to the grime, the filth. Go to Whitewater. Take the whole team on the bus to Whitewater and practice there for the week.
make them play in whitewater uniforms.
I
You
like
gotta-
that.
You got to earn
Big
them back.
uniform guy. That's true. That's true. So
It was so bad though, guys. It was
we're
so
stuck
bad.
with, yeah,
It was, so bad.
it was horrible.
We lost our best recruit
Oh yeah.
day after.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
The kid from Manhattan, which hilarious in the first place.
Well,
Dad went kind of wild on Twitter.
AJ Dunnigan,
Dunnigan.
top ranked recruit, 4-star, decommits the day after KU loses to K-State. Not great, Bob. Like not great
not
vibe. for him.
shocking. Not shocking. Who watches that and says, "Hell yeah, I'm home"?
You know what? Like, it used to be a thing where they could recruit and say, "Look, we suck. We need help." Like that's what it used to be. We would get guys because we'd
You
say,
see the pile of crap out there?
"Right, yeah, correct." That was the last thing, right?
It was Charlie Weiss.
Or that Weiss. That was Weiss. But the point here is
Big 12
back to
media
the
day.
thing you said earlier. We are not developing guys. Like,
Yeah,
would
no.
you want to come and play for a defense that looked like that? Like, would you want to come be part of
I
whatever
don't-
that was?
I don't think DK McDonald's inspiring any hope.
There's no decided schematic advantage coming from our coaching staff. That's not something that I think
you want to
I
be a receiver at KU? No. You
What-
just want to be really slow tight end. Number one slow tight end should be in Lawrence.
It's the
Can we
place for
become
you.
can we become fat tight end to you?
Yes.
Little fat tight end to you.
Yes.
LFTEU.
Yes.
Okay, so to look ahead just a little bit, what if I told you guys, would you believe me if I told you that this Kansas team that has lost their last 2 games by a combined 50 points is a 24.5 point favorite this Saturday against Oklahoma State? How we feeling?
have come a long way. This is the trick. This is the tricky part.
Yeah.
How we feeling?
I mean, because here's the deal. Like,
Not taking that. Not taking that line.
at this
That's how
point,
I'm
you're
feeling.
sitting here at 4-4, and I don't mean to state the obvious, but you really need this one if you're going to go bowling. You really need to take care of the bottom feeder Cowboys, because you're finishing the season against Arizona, Iowa State, and Utah. Gonna have to steal one of those. You gotta beat Oklahoma State, which feels like they should, but with the way they're playing, at this point, I have no idea what to expect.
They got to exercise some demons in this game. 24.5 is a crazy number, though. It feels so crazy.
It is.
I'm
it's
staring
pretty
at it
wild.
on the page, just going, oh.
Well, it's a friendly reminder that, I mean, that used to be us. That used to be us that was
Yeah.
like, hey, having a bad season, well, good news. Turner Gill, Charlie Weiss, David Beatty, Les Miles, and the Jayhawks are on the schedule next week. I mean, Oklahoma State is just getting Oklahoma State's last, I mean, they're 0-5 in conference play, but they just lost 42-0 to Tech, 49-17 to Cincy, 39-17 to Houston, 41-13 Arizona, 45-27. So this isn't a plucky Oklahoma State team that's like, hey, watch out. I know
But
they're in
what if
last
they're
place.
tired of it? What if they're tired of losing like that? And they're ready to show it.
Hell
I
yeah.
wouldn't touch
Oh,
it. I wouldn't touch
no,
this
hell no.
game.
Clint
Scary.
Bowen is coming to town. It's the Clint Bowen game.
Clint
Doug
Bowen
Meacham.
revenge game.
Yes.
Oh, Sean Snyder, Clint Bowen, Doug Meacham.
Is Sean Snyder there? Guys.
Was.
Pokes money line. Okay.
I'm not touching money line, but
No.
24.5 is a lot of points.
It's a lot for this defense.
Defense.
Will the ceiling, will the lid pop off? They haven't really showed that ability at all. But like, it seems like they're going to be fine. Right?
You mean on Saturday?
They're going to be fine on Saturday. Yeah, you mean long?
I think
probably not.
I think KU's offense will be able to put up 30, but like you said, at this point, the defense has given up 35 to 40 every week.
Yeah, I mean, against these guys? Really?
38-14 or something. 38-17.
I think it might not be the worst thing in the world for them to leave Lawrence too and go to Arizona and try this thing.
Try
Like
what
if they can win it,
the whole
go to a
shitty
bowl
football
game.
thing.
Yeah, go to
Try the
Shreveport,
shitty
maybe.
football in Arizona.
You picture it, Shreveport in December. It could be
Shitty football
amazing.
travels. Yeah.
No, I'm just
I mean, that's
look.
the
If
thing.
they can
Though,
survive
like,
the bounce house,
somebody asked this in the chat. It was a simple question, but like, does this really seem like a bowl team to you? And the answer is no, yet still very much alive. Which feels weird. Like if this season, I know we feel terrible right now. If this season somehow wound up with a trip to a bowl game in December, that's going to feel crazy considering how we're feeling in this moment.
They have to, though. Like, I think it's really important.
I agree.
And the team to get to a bowl this year. Because then it's 2 years in a row where you had really high expectations and you completely shit the bed. If you at least make a bowl game, you can at least look at your underachieved, but at least you made a bowl game. Like that will be the view. The people will. I've always said, you make bowl games at Kansas, like you're gonna be okay.
It keeps the train on the tracks, and you get
You
extra practice. You can it really makes a difference.
Well, think about last year. Think
Train
about
on the
last year.
tracks.
Last
All
year
that
you
wood,
start
man.
1-5. I think you got to win against like Houston or something.
That's
And
right.
then you had that crushing loss to K-State by like 2 points. And then you became the first unranked team in college football history to win 3 consecutive games against ranked
That's so
opponents.
dumb.
And you're sitting there at 5-6 with 1 game to go. And it's like, can this team really make a fucking bowl game? And then they get throttled by Baylor.
Yeah,
And it's just done. And it's just over and done. And you're like, yes, that season sucked. But it's crazy the psychological effect that even in a season where it feels like everything's falling apart, if you're somehow able to, beat Oklahoma State and then you beat Arizona, even if you lose the last 2 games and you go to a bowl game, it's just going to feel unbelievably different than if you're just to lose one of those games, go 5-7 and head into another uneventful bowl season where you're sitting at home.
Our defense sucks so bad, though. It's so bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's
It's
one of the worst. It's one of the worst in the country.
like I was trying to watch. We never made Avery Johnson uncomfortable once, and he's an uncomfortable guy. He can get uncomfortable. He gets real uncomfortable. It was like
Not on Saturday.
out on Saturday. He was very comfortable, and that man. And by the way,
I
they
think we
made
saw him
Jalen-
casually whistling while he was in the pocket, just dialing it up.
I'm
Jalen
looking at
very
this.
uncomfortable, by the way. Very uncomfortable.
KU in the second half of their last 3 games
Oh, it's so
might
bad.
have only is it 1 touchdown, and the
One
only
touchdown.
touchdown came on the strip sack at the 2-yard line. So 0 like touchdown drives in the last 3 second halves.
That's really good halftime
Is that right?
adjustments by our team. I like that. That's lends itself to coaching.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, yeah, like going back to the game, right? They had that 18 play
Christ.
touchdown drive to end the first half at the 7-point game. And you feel like you did against Texas Tech, like, hey, okay, that's something. Make some adjustments, come out, you get the ball. Who knows what happens? And it was a 3-play, 6-yard punt. And
And
that was the story.
Yeah.
the defense did get a stop. Like that was one big stop because then we get the ball back and then we throw an interception. And it's like,
Yep.
okay, now it's over. Now it was probably over before, but now it's 1,000% over
Super over.
all the way.
We suck again. It's not nothing that's happening is inspiring. You don't see the next wave of talent really. The biggest hope I have is that Lance has been able to like keep I'll use it again, train on the tracks, show up the next week. But like,
He was down though.
dude, I know he was down.
That's the most down I've
He should
ever.
be.
Because usually he
That
kind
was
of
awful.
same thing, the same shtick, the same exact tone.
Tortillas broke his spirit.
I think it did, dude.
I'm not even kidding. I think that was embarrassing as hell.
Yeah, it was. You know what else was embarrassing? Whatever
Losing to
happened this last Saturday. 2 weeks in a row, embarrassing for very different reasons, but both exceptionally embarrassing. But he did own it at least. He did own it. I'll give him that. And he hasn't really always done that.
Yeah,
You
I'd
know,
agree.
he's not great at that,
No.
but he did own this one. So at
He
least
knew he knew the button he needed to push there,
And
which was to be like
he's
that.
also
fucking
too
sucks."
online. He's also too online.
He's definitely too online.
That's
This is it's a thing. It's
a problem.
Okay.
Darryn Peterson though.
Yeah, let's talk some hoops. But before we do, we have to do a record prediction.
Tradition.
KU is 4-4, 4 games to go. Record prediction. T-Han, why don't you start us this week?
I don't know. My optimism's kind of dead. I
wasn't
want to
an
say they're going to get
optimist.
to 6 wins. I'm struggling with it. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it, but I don't feel confident.
Say what?
6, 6
You're
and
saying
6.
6. Okay.
I want to throw my one hypothetical out there, but let's finish predictions.
I'm going 5-7. I
Yeah.
I think they win this Saturday and then drop 3 in the year.
So crazy how the tables have turned.
Yes. Are you going to say 7-5?
No, God.
Somebody.
I've said 6 for like 8 straight weeks. You guys are like, what? That's not 8 straight, but
Someone has us with a winning record, right, Mike?
Mech, do your prediction.
Cool.
6 and 6. I'm gonna say we get there.
I think we get there too. Win Saturday, then you win one of the next 3.
Just
Basically,
gotta
one of the next 2. Arizona, Iowa State. Jalen gets it done. 6 and 6. We go bowling. The Hawks are back.
And I'll tell you what, Jalen ending his career with a bowl win would be kind of sick.
Gotta do something.
Consolation prize.
Yeah, it's something. Okay. Hoops.
Wait,
KU.
what's your hypothetical?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Well, this is the yearbook thing. I found my mother-in-law's 1978 KU yearbook.
Fuck.
And
There's some baddies in there?
I'm going to say, Kathy, listener, not bad. So
Prove it.
What's your mother?
No. The Jayhawks went
Oh, Kathy.
3-7-1 that year. Not good. But they beat Mizzou and K-State. That, I don't know. So say they won 4 games in the modern
You're
era.
like, that sounds cool.
Does that feel like significantly better than this season? Also, we lost some of our thunder, I would say. Don't see any signs like this.
That's a good
stands
take.
today.
It says pound the purple pussies.
Yeah, you don't. You really
Travis
just
would
don't
have a
see that
fucking
anymore.
coronary. They used to do that. They used to hand buttons out and shit that looked like that. Yes.
We've
They
lost
can't
our-
even chant
I mean,
lost state at baseball games now.
If
without
you're asking if I would
AAD.
take that
What are you
this
doing?
year, Kevin, would I take? You said 3-7-1. Okay, let's call it 4
4
and 8.
wins.
Now I'm pissed. That pissed me off.
Would I take 4? I just predicted 5-7. So you're basically saying, would I trade the UCF win for, or make that a loss?
And another.
And one more. That's fine. They lose this Saturday, but you beat K-State and Mizzou? Yes, because the season already feels lost. So I would take the equally as lost season
No,
with
the alt
2
is
wins
6
over
and
your
6.
only 2 rivals.
The alt is 6 and 6.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to make it an actual decision.
6 and 6 versus those 2 wins. I'll take 6 and 6.
Oof.
I would take the Mizzou and K-State wins.
No.
Give me the rivalry game wins. This little write-up, they're like, hey, it wasn't a bad season. No, it wasn't a great season, but
There's some
off-
comments about
pull
Yeah,
off
that.
that's
some
what's important
rivalry
to
wins.
remember. Because here's how you got to remember it, guys. We're talking about 1978. So what you really have to ask yourself is, who's going to give a shit that they went 4 and 8
Puppet match
40
this
years from now? Because I know next year we're not going to be talking about will it be 18 straight versus K-State.
yeah, well,
Yeah, you basically are going just playing for 19.
Yeah. Okay. KU hoops.
21 could be fun.
Kansas beat Fort Hays State 71-35 tonight. No Darryn Peterson. So it was pretty ugly, not going to lie. There were a few of the new guys who were fun to watch, I guess I should say. The biggest purpose of these exhibition games for me as a fan is simply to like learn what these guys' numbers are and if they're any good. I don't even know if you can say any good. I just at least like to know how they play. Was fun to watch Bryson Tiller tonight. Was fun to watch. I'm going to call him Skinny Doke, but Mbaya, kind of skinny Doke, just super tall, just wants to dunk everything. Going to get some offensive rebounds and some putback dunks. That could be fun this year. But I guess my biggest takeaway was Darryn Peterson, get well soon, please, because this offense not super fun to watch without the number 1 player in the country.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that, right? So let's hold that.
Do you want to? Do you feel like we should lead with that?
We want to lead with that.
Okay, I have the video. So
Okay, let's do that. Let's talk about the number 1 draft pick who also looked really, really good for half.
Yeah.
Oof.
So KU played Louisville on Friday, another exhibition game. Darryn Peterson had 24 points in the first half. Looked better than advertised, if that's possible. And then in the second half, he hardly played, which again, exhibition game, you don't read too much into it. Then Bill Self comes out this week, said he's been dealing with cramps. But then I was alerted to this. I didn't even see this before tonight's game. I saw it right before we started recording. This is Bill Self at his press conference talking about Darryn Peterson's health.
Is Darryn fine with the cramps?
You know what? I don't want to say he's perfectly fine yet, but you know, it's been something that's been bothering him, you know, off and on for a while, and that was, you guys don't know this, but there was a reason why he didn't play the second half, is because of that. So because, you know, the way he played the first half, you'd think you definitely want him out there the second. But so to answer your question, Gary, I don't think that we've quite remedied the situation yet. So and that's going to be a big deal if your best player can't finish games because of, you know, cramping or whatever it would be. So we've got to figure that out.
Okay. So just to recap, got asked about Darren's cramps. Long pause. Was like, he said, I'm not sure if he's going to be perfectly fine. And then he said, that's going to be a problem. If our best player can't finish games, I agree. We get a full screen look at Kev going through the 7 stages of grief. Don't love that answer.
Why am I on?
I don't
You're
love that
having
answer.
a meltdown. Your star. Wait, and then pregame today, he was like, "Yeah, he hasn't been feeling too well." It was like a different answer.
I'm gonna obfuscate some things.
We haven't remedied
here.
that situation.
We haven't remedied that situation.
You said
That's the
remedied.
first time I heard that word so clearly. What's happening? Did Remy have a meeting with Darryn and he was like, "You don't got to play until the tournament, really"?
Tell him wait till March. It'll go great.
No, just like the team will rally behind you. You get to do whatever the hell you want in the tournament. Just do that.
Every single one of us knows can speak Bill. We are fluent in Bill's self-isms, right? I feel like I am. I assume all three of you probably feel that way.
Translate, please.
I didn't like that at all. Didn't like it one bit. When something's wrong or something, you know, he's first of all, he's so good, right? But he also has if it was fine, he would have said it's fine, because he always does. Yeah, he's dealing with something, but he's going to be fine. He didn't say that. He said, I don't know.
It
And
was really weird.
And like, if he's not at KU Med right now with the best doctors in the world trying to figure out what the F is going on, like, then I do have a problem. Like, they need to figure this out. He's right. We got to figure that. That's a problem.
Okay, so the quote from right before the game, as Mike mentioned, was very different than that answer he gave in the press conference. The quote that he gave to Greg Gurley in the pregame interview, quote, he hasn't felt well ever since the second half at Louisville. He just hasn't felt well. He's not really cramping. He's got a little bug or something. So
He
it's
practiced a day
cramped.
ago and then didn't practice. So he did get a practice in between there.
I think Bill seemed upset to me in the press conference yesterday, where he was like holding back. I think he wanted to he was considering talking shit. Bill doesn't like it when his
Talking
guys
shit.
don't, or like complaining, bitching, venting. He doesn't like it when his guys don't practice. Darryn missed a practice when he was sore. That is not the kind of thing Bill's going to like.
Assuming that's all true, then that makes
Allegedly, because I don't know.
we don't know.
By the way, that's the best case scenario, just to be
correct.
clear.
Correct, 1,000%. We're on but he would treat it differently if that was true, in my opinion, and just knowing self. Because
What if he's pissed that he sat out? He thinks it was bullshit.
I think he would talk differently. I think he would do the thing that he does where we all go, oh shit, Darryn Peterson's crew is keeping him out. Like, I think that we would all immediately jump to that because that's what we've done in the past whenever something like that's happened. I didn't get that vibe at all.
Well, I want to be perfectly clear because I think you're kind of alluding to the Kevin McCullough situation from 2 years ago, which I hated. I will say this, Darryn Peterson, if you want to miss practice, you know what? If you want to do 4 practices a week, that's fine. Take Fridays off. I have no issues with it. If you woke up this morning and said, "Who are we playing tonight? Fort Hays State?" Nah, I'm good. I'm good with that as well. Like, do whatever you need to do so long as you are available to this team and at as close to 100% as you can be when we need you in those big games in Big 12 season. I'm sorry. And I think this is why Bill spoke the way he did, is because it's like, I can't call out the number 1 recruit in the country.
I think that is
the night of
part
the
of
eve
it.
of the exhibition game.
I think that's part of it.
I hope so.
I'm with you.
I hope so. Like that. I just didn't get that vibe.
I think he did not want to criticize Darryn right now, and he was annoyed. Here's another way to put it. Odds that it's cramps. Does anyone here think he didn't play because of cramps?
Well, no, because his answers, Bill's answers are
Well,
consistent.
yesterday the
Bug, like,
right.
which is it?
Didn't play the second half or didn't
How do you
play
do
tonight?
Which one? When was he lying? He didn't play the second half really against Louisville.
Right,
That was
right. But
cramps,
which
I
one are you wondering is cramp induced?
That was allegedly the practice he missed, and then practice you don't play. I think he missed a practice. Bill thought it was soft. No, he's not playing.
I hope
Okay,
so.
that's fine. But
Or
if Darren's going to
something
keep,
like this.
if Darren's going to keep doing it, which I'm not even telling you not to, Darryn, I hope Bill can like maybe ease up a little bit, considering, he's like the only high level player you have on the roster this year. Like, by the way, him not playing versus Fort Hays State, perfectly fine. I saw enough on Friday. Let's get you to the regular season. You don't even have to play versus Green Bay. And I don't care. Like, you don't want to play versus Green Bay next week? That's fine with me as well. Like, we'll see you in New York City versus Kentucky. If that is Darryn Peterson's true debut as a Jayhawk, I'm totally cool with that.
Get your facts straight, though. It's a weird back-to-back from Bill. I get what you're saying, but like, it's just not going to fly with Bill.
Him, which is not him. That's why it's so weird. Like,
I think he's mad at him, and he's trying not to make it a thing.
Look, I love.
That's my guess.
I hope you are
You
right.
think he's hurt worse than we know?
I think there's more to the story. Is all I'm saying. I didn't like the way he answered it, and not.
What if you went out to the Hawk and missed practice the next day? Someone in the comments said that, or someone in the comments said like,
Good for
take it
you.
easy.
Awesome.
He misses practice for it. Bill will not play you in that game, right? And that would explain weird answers.
I'll say, Coach,
I
I
like that
understand.
comment.
I understand the punishment,
He's
sir.
with the
Talk
issue.
to me. Talk to me when it's a big game and see if this is going to affect things. I'm probably the best player you've ever had.
Yeah, because people want to say this is a soft take by me, which that's fine. But here's what I'm here to tell you. I understand Bill's been doing this for a very, very long time, and he's not ever going to change his ways. And he has a certain expectation, and toughness is like the number one quality you can have as a player under his team. But here's the issue. When it's Jamari McDowell or KJ Adams or DeJuan Harris, like guys who are going to be program guys and they're going to be here for 4 years, and you get to mold them into the player you want them to be, that's fine. Do your Bill Self thing. I'm here to tell you, for anybody who's unaware, Darryn Peterson's not one of those guys. You got him for 6 months. You are not going to, like, this is going to be a very, very, very small fraction of Darryn Peterson's basketball career. Like, get the best out of him you can, but like, you're not molding Darryn Peterson in his 1 year in Lawrence. You are going to ride his wave as far as he can take you, because if tonight is any indication, you are going to be living and dying with Darryn Peterson.
All right, so we want Lance to hire good assistants and Bill to not get mad if a player misses practice for being sore.
I don't
Great,
even care if
great.
Bill's mad.
We're gonna
because
nail
it
these.
doesn't matter tonight. It didn't matter, and I'm fine that he didn't play.
I'm
Right.
squatting on this take that there's something else. I'm gonna squat on this take.
But are you concerned?
Yes,
concerned.
I'm extremely concerned.
Oh,
Player no play. Why?
It's
Best
weird.
player no
Yeah.
play. Why?
Oh,
Got it.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be a conspiracy like theorist too, but I am nervous because he is the key to this basketball team. If it's something like that, if Bill's playing games, if they're playing like awesome, I will love that. I love that a lot. I love that long time. I'd be really scared. I'm just scared. I need something joyful in my life, boys, after this football program. I
So
don't need
bad.
anything else.
We need it so bad. Darren is the key to our happiness.
He
It
is.
worked this weekend. I'm not gonna lie. It really got me through. It got me through it.
Are you kidding? It was
Totally.
incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Fire
cool.
up the highlights. You're mad that the football team pee-peed its little pants? Fire up the highlights. Had a bad day at work yesterday? Fire up the highlights. Watch him hit those threes. Effortless. Watch him move with the basketball and tell me it's not a professional.
let's fawn a little bit. Okay. We can get back to the conspiracy stuff, but just for a couple of minutes, can we just talk about how awesome he looked on Friday? I had someone text me, and I haven't heard this comparison specifically yet, and I loved it. Someone texted me and said that DP reminds them of a young Dwayne Wade, because I've heard the Kobe stuff, and I was like,
There was some of that
yeah,
on
Kobe's
Twitter.
Kobe's too much. Oh, was there? I don't know. I didn't see it,
Mm,
but
mm.
like
Who knows?
just kind of bigger, stronger,
was in
more
that group text.
talented than everyone, and also seems like he's a killer, and just like very good basketball IQ, does not get sped up, dictates the tempo of every single play he's involved in, like just looks like he is in total control as an 18-year-old freshman. That is sick, and I hope we get to see a lot of him this year.
D Wade's not
I,
bad. Better shooter, and he's not going to need 35 free throws to win one of his biggest games. But I like it.
I did not hear the comparison on the broadcast. I was watching on mute, so sorry.
I texted my wife during the game, and during the Louisville game, she's out of town, and I just said our child, which doesn't exist, is not conceived. Boy or girl will be named Darren, with no context. She's not a KU fan. And her response was, "Is this sports?" And I said, "Yes." And
That's great.
No, it's
she
more
didn't say no.
spiritual than that, honey.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's more to it.
Did I have a
Oh,
question?
deeper.
I have a
my new
question. Did
favorite person
everyone
alive?
did everyone here have a conversation with their significant other about Darryn Peterson? Because I tried to.
Yes.
I tried to, and I said, well, at first I asked her if she wanted to watch. I was like, Darryn Peterson's first game. She goes, I don't watch exhibitions. I was like, okay, big timer. And then I told her, I was like, he's going off. She's like, in an exhibition game. I'm like, okay, clearly. So she still needs to see more. And technically, he hasn't played his debut yet.
Mine also had no interest in the game until I just kept making sounds, like just noises about him. And she's like, "So what's going on over here?" She sits down. I'm like, "He's incredible." And then he just drains another three, and then goes down, drains another three, gets a steal, and she's like, "Oh man!" Like, immediately, it's like, maybe I'll watch KU basketball this year. Like, she was even excited by the end.
I think I'm trying to like figure out how to explain that he's better than the other players that I've raved about in the past. Probably like Grady Dick.
Yeah,
There's
but
some
this should
player
be a
every year
lesson.
where I'm like, oh, not to oversell. Last year, I don't think I did.
Well, that should be a lesson. This is the new standard. Like now you're never going to be able to rave about another guy.
Generational.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to. I'm going to do it. Should we talk about Bob in the comments says he didn't look too bad and can only get better with time. He didn't look too bad. He scored 24 points in 15 minutes.
Just the most lukewarm take.
He
Over
had
the
6
game.
turnovers. There you go. He can get better.
Five
I was
steals.
whisper screaming, yes, yes, as he hit another one and another one, and dink, dink, dink on the floor and another one. My wife like she was like, "Why is this so exciting?" I was like, "It feels like we're winning a tournament game right now because we have this dude. We have this dude."
It's all gonna be okay for a fleeting moment, and then the cramps happened.
Oh, guys,
Yeah,
announcement to make. Can I make this
Oh.
announcement publicly? I think I don't know if you guys know what announcement I'm about to make, but could be
No
wrong.
idea.
Could be
Oh.
wrong.
On the
Is
road.
taking the Big Apple. Could be wrong on the road. We are
Yeah.
all going to New York City for the Champions Classic.
Let's go. This originated on a show live, by the way. It was at the end. We said we're
This is
Rod
us.
is wrong. We will be pregame party show it all. Might
Show?
get arrested before KU Duke, New York City, near the Garden
Duke,
at a
what did I
bar,
say,
open
Kentucky?
bar. Shout out. Yeah, you did earlier because
okay.
pretty suckbag behavior. It's fine. You had cramps. You just
wrong.
practice.
Yes.
It's fine. Could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
Open
you-
bar,
Right.
New York City. Me, Nick, Kevin's a star. Mech might sing. I just put him on the spot for that.
Maybe.
Travel with that guitar.
Acapella. It will be electric.
Yes.
Hey, other players? Do we want to talk about the team?
Yeah, we could talk about the team.
Briefly?
I guess I don't want to go like line by line
No.
and just like
want you
discuss
to.
all of them.
There is no team.
I would say through these two exhibition games, Melvin Council has probably been the person who's caught my eye the most.
Love.
Just looks like a very typical Bill Self player who's going to do a little bit of everything, can create, distribute, gets to the line. He's super long, kind of bouncy. Like, I think he's just going to be fun.
fast.
What was the chat saying about him? What were we saying?
Not Melly?
What were the comparisons?
Dude, he's point blanking. He's Tyshawn.
He looks a lot like Tyshawn.
I call him Creatine Tyshawn.
I like that.
Creatine Tyshawn.
Creatine Tyshawn.
He's fast as hell.
He's fat and he's fun on defense. Like if you
Yeah.
watch him, like he's heating people up.
Yep. Yeah.
He can create a little bit. He gets in the lane, he gets fouled a lot, seems to make some free throws. I think if there's a time when DP is cramping,
Yeah.
we got nothing left, you just send him to the free throw line.
This is what St. Bonaventure did last year.
Which was exactly what Tyshawn Taylor did in multiple games
Yeah.
when we had nothing going, and he shot 18 free throws. Actually,
That's a
I think it
good
was the
take.
Champions Classic game. When was that Kentucky when we were anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. That was his game, and he could do that. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I do too. He's just an energy guy. He's just
That was a
was looking
transfer that
through-
people weren't. I don't feel like people were very excited about. Like that guy's a take. But could you imagine this team without him? I know we've only seen 2 exhibition games, but
I kind of can. I kind of can.
I can't. I don't.
He's
I don't
already
know.
just irreplaceable.
I agree
He's a
with you.
staple. He's a staple. You'll
No,
see.
No,
You'll
I'm
all see.
It's
I like
just
him a
funny
lot.
The way it's just funny the way you framed that.
right. You're 100%.
Yeah, I think it was pretty
Great.
ridiculous how I framed that, but I stand by it.
This is a great take. By you.
I would take. That's a good take.
I thought
Awesome.
Florey's been a little underwhelming, especially against Fort Hays State. Like, I get it, it's exhibition, you're trying out a million different lineups. DP's not out there. I figured the massive freak athlete would probably feast against that Fort Hays State front line, and he had a couple nice dunks, but just kind of feel like hopefully we have not seen the final form of Florey this year. Because
You pick and roll for him, right?
yeah,
What we saw today is what Flory's been doing is setting screens for Darryn. That's been the offense. They're rolling. And like without him, that action really wasn't there. But he's not a sure thing with, again, foul trouble, gets tired. He's not quite there. He was not able to dominate Fort Hays State, but he's not used to playing with such a dog like Melvin. He's like, this guy doesn't stop. The fuck is this? Last year, DeJuan and Zeke were yelling at each other. It was fine. I just got to do some dunks because of it. Like, yeah,
What's very tricky about this though is like, as much as I was excited and I am excited for like changing of the guard, out with the old, in with the new, with it being so many new players, I feel like it's going to take a very long time to like draw any sort of conclusion about this team, how I feel about them, my expectations, because I don't know. I have no clue how they're going to play other than Darryn Peterson being awesome and like Flory lobs. But like, who are going to be the guys? Like, what's this rotation? I have no clue what this rotation is going to look like, how they're going to play, etc.
yeah. I think my hearings are that I think the staff genuinely was not sure what they were going to see when the ball rolled out against Louisville. Maybe that's because the 2 years prior they thought they were going to be good, and that was good. They thought maybe there was some offensive skill. Once games got contested, they collapsed. This year's team, more defensive. They weren't going to let their hopes get. I think they were being very cautious, and they were very happy after what they saw against Louisville. I truly think they were not sure what it was going to look like when they play someone else. And so you're not alone. It's a little bit of a wild card group. I think there is a lot of talent, but there's going to be there's going to be some ugliness in between those spurts as well with the youth outside of like Melvin and Trey White, who are going to be pretty steady. Again, I think talent was there, but they really weren't sure. So Nick is once again more plugged in than he's letting on about basketball. Interesting.
Just no ball, you know? So Trey White, he hit a couple threes tonight. It's one of those things where it's like these early games and I'm trying to figure out how any of these guys play. It's like, if you just hit a couple threes, I'm gonna like you. I'm going to be like, he's a guy this year. And that's how I feel about Trey White. He hit 2 threes. I'm like, that's why they signed him. And then I heard him say on the broadcast, he hit 23 threes last year. I was like, okay, so
he can shoot.
Yeah, but you've seen him hit 2. So next time you can hit your friend and be like, he can do that. He can do that.
We've seen this before.
That's
he owns that trait.
He can do that.
Oh,
that's
God,
a trait.
never mind.
Okay. So yeah. So they like, okay. So I'm kind of starting to figure this out. So we got DP, Melvin Council, Trey White, Flory.
Cole. What about Cole?
What about Cole, Mac?
Yeah, what about him?
Cole?
Cole's going to be good.
Dude,
It's going to happen.
I also want to plant an early flag on Cole being a big fan favorite. He has not been able to see. Like, I think he needs glasses for shooting. I think we have a Wild Thing situation, Ricky Vaughn, where he just I think he's really good, but his 3-pointers have been so far off, it makes you wonder, is there something maybe wrong with the eyes? So just check that.
Man, favorite.
In terms of activity,
You're saying he's hot?
he's fun to watch.
He's going to be
Cool
good.
mustache.
He needs to shave that. I've also have that take.
That needs to
that's
stay.
gotta go. He's never been a mustache guy. He shows up with a mustache day one, and then I can't make a shot. I think he's got to lose the mustache and check the eyes. But once he does both of those things, you guys are gonna love him. I'm telling you.
So we got video from the field house coming in right now.
He's an extra possessions guy. He's gonna steal possessions.
Look at this.
Bill's gonna love him.
This is from Sam Lance. After the game, we've got Cole Rosario getting threes up in the gym.
Oh,
Manager feeding him balls. He's getting extra shots.
1 for 2 in that video.
I
If he
love.
can do 50% this year, that's pretty good.
He's going to be good.
I love the post game shoot around guy. The after the game, just wanting to make sure there's a
spin zone Mac, mustache,
remember.
and then after the game shoot around in the arena. Is he doing too much? Does he need to dial it back a little bit?
I think you got to start with the mustache.
Here's the thing with these guys who it's like you start hearing in training, like, oh, the coaching staff really likes him. He does all these things. Those guys usually aren't the dudes who are great right away. Like, I think Cole, we're going to see a lot of like cool moments from him. I'm not going into the season expecting him to be like one of the 5 best players on the team. I think he's a guy who probably averages like 6 points a game, does some cool stuff, probably has a couple big games where you're like, wow, coming out party. But he's a freshman.
Wait till
Supposed to be a senior in high school.
Wait till a crazy dunk.
I think he's one of the 5 best players on the team.
And he's one of the 3 best dunkers. Just wait.
See it.
You're gonna
I don't
love
want him. You know what? Here's a take. I don't want him to be one of the 5 best players. I don't want a freshman. Like, you got a million seniors that you got from other places. One of them can be one of the 5 best players. Like, we got a really good freshman.
Not
We got
another
a sophomore big man.
Yeah.
Like, let's get some seniors out there. I'm with Mac. I'm team old guy. Team old guy.
I love this about you. I was going to say that. For the record, I want to make clear. I like the mustache. I just think he needs to do something to change what's going on right now with the shooting the ball. Because it's
Maybe it's just his.
He hasn't played a
on like his
game.
follow through or something.
Old season.
It's
His fault.
they weren't close at all. Like none of them.
Well, he did try to change something up tonight. He lost his shoe and was like, maybe this will do it.
That was wild. He did shoot with one shoe on.
And the guys in the
And-
broadcast were like, yeah, that's actually the smartest thing you can do if you lose a shoe because you can't dribble. I'm like, you could pass. You could pass.
Well, I guess you could get the ball to someone else who has 2 shoes on. That is correct. That was pretty wild. And I did notice, I was still processing it. I was like, he really took a jumper with no right shoe. And then I was like, and they panned back down to the court, and I was like, and he's off the court.
So fast.
He got hooked a couple.
So
He got a
fast.
couple quick hooks tonight. He blew that one play in the first half defensively, and they're like, "Come here, bub."
See ya.
But he puts his nose in the middle of everything. He puts his mustache in the middle of every loose ball, and that is going to make it
mustache
very
gets up
tough
in
to
there.
rip him off the floor.
Oh, I'll tell you something. Guy we haven't talked about yet. I told this to Mike. He hated the take, so I'm beating him. He can't say
Doesn't sound like
I have
me.
a take, bad take. He told me this before the show. I told him Marco is probably going to be one of KU's like 3
No, you
best
said-
players.
Oh wow.
That's
You
Yeah.
said that?
Yeah,
Oh no.
because I'm not
Do you
sure.
think that was going to
Flory
go
is.
well here?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Do
he
you
meant
think
3
I-
best players ever.
There is no way that's what you thought I was saying. Yeah, Mount Rushmore, this guy. He's special.
The trajectory.
By the
is-
time
you see
Marco
it.
leaves this campus,
Wilt, Danny, El Marco.
It's not JoJo White anymore. It's El Marco.
I
3
just
best?
think his skill set is
No.
going to be needed on this team.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, dude.
needed, yes, but will they get
Describe the skill set, Nick.
He can just put the ball on the deck and go get his own shot, even if
it?
it's
No, he
a
cannot.
16-foot mid-range jumper. Okay, excuse me. When's the last time you saw him play a competitive game? How are you drawing such hard?
The last
line
time I saw him
stances on
play a competitive game, he slammed a 15-foot jump shot off
2
the
years ago.
backboard.
Okay, don't act like you are a ball knower
He
and you know
cannot
exactly
dribble.
what Omarco is going to do. Meanwhile, you're hitching your wagon to a freshman who's done jack shit in 2 exhibition games. So like, that's fine if you're going to tell me that like Cole Rosario is absolutely it and Omarco's absolutely not.
Bill
I'm
started
telling you.
Cole Rosario and not El Marco. So me and Bill are aligned.
And who'd they play tonight? Who'd they play? Fort Hays State. Who gives a shit?
Louisville.
It's a long
Louisville.
season, and I'm telling you, in an offense that's going to
He
struggle
scored
to
3
score the ball,
points, motherfucker.
They're
Against
gonna-
Fort Hays State. What
they-
are you talking about?
It felt like more.
who? El Marco scored 6 tonight.
Oh no, I was
There
looking
we
at
go.
Cole.
Nerd,
Cole Rosario's
nerd,
stat
suck
line.
it.
There
You're
we
an
go.
idiot. I
It's Cole
win. I
Rosario.
win. It's over. I
Fuck.
win.
Fuck.
Yeah, but they were all mid-range. Like I don't know.
I'm just telling you, I don't think this offense is going to
I
be
hope so.
very competent outside of Darryn, and they're
Well,
going to
that's
need
true.
creators.
Do you remember? Do we remember El Marco behind the back pass? Maybe against like Samford or something. Do we remember the dunk against Cincinnati? It's in
I remember
there.
that.
Let
I
it
remember the
out.
dunk. Yes.
Let it out, El Marco.
How many cool
Bryce
dunks?
Underwood.
How many cool dunks does Cole Rosario have? That's all I have to
Just
say.
wait. Just wait.
Samis Calderon?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't really like this take isn't me saying Marco's great. This take is me saying I'm not sure who's good on this team.
Besides,
And I will bet
player?
on the 21-year-old former McDonald's All-American who's been in the program for 3 years. And I will bet
those
on
guys
a guy
those guys are normally great.
Hey, what was your take? Remind me, what was your take on AJ Storr and Rylan Griffin for like the first 3 months of the season last year?
Afraid I was out. I don't.
Just saying, he's going to play.
I hope you're right.
What
Nick.
was my take?
I hope you're right.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't think he had like that strong.
I don't-
take.
Nobody
Oh.
needs to. Hey, timeout. Quick timeout. Nobody needs to be held accountable for last season, like at all.
Yeah, come on, man.
Of these 4 squares here,
Yeah, nobody present. Okay.
DK McDonald is coaching the defense still.
What?
Yeah, I just Skinny
Talk
Doke.
about Tiller. I
Hey,
wanna
no,
talk-
Skinny. Can we talk about Skinny Doke?
All right, then Tiller.
He's going to play
wristbands.
a lot. He's going to play a lot. He's going to have to.
He's gonna have to. I don't know if it's a lot though. They may just play around him.
But I don't think that. I mean, maybe
He's gonna have to play.
Flory comes alive. I don't think his play is going to warrant like 30 plus minutes a game. Like I see Flory playing like 28 a night, which leaves a good chunk of minutes for a backup big.
Yeah, it's gonna be Big Paul.
Huh?
Is
Tiller.
that what we're calling him, Big Paul?
Paul.
Paul,
Are you doing that on purpose,
I can't tell.
Paul.
I
Paul?
can tell
Or
this
Paul?
is a bit.
Paul.
Wow.
Is Tiller just a 4 mostly? Is Tiller not going to be 5?
What I call Tiller is a 4 who thinks he's a 3, and the staff wants to be a 5.
There's been a long tradition of that player at KU. And
Another
you know
one.
what? And you know what? That player often ends up playing the 5. So I think there will
He's
be
been good.
multiple minutes where he's the 5. And
But the fans
Yeah.
always end up hating that guy.
No,
No.
not this time.
oh, not now.
He looks pretty
Not,
fucking good.
not so fast. He
Yeah,
seems
what was the-
umpy playing down low.
Wasn't there some skepticism around him like in the offseason because he wasn't healthy and so he just like hadn't been practicing?
Yeah.
So he's probably a little behind schedule.
Once he got going, it was like his ceiling is high. He's pretty damn mobile, but like, is the trust there? He still does some kind of wild shit that pisses him off, but and like wants to play that wing. But so yeah, no, he's probably a little behind schedule. He's really mobile. He's big, strong, and fast.
Did you guys know there was a rapper named Bryson Tiller?
Yeah.
It's like trying to Google
I
our
did.
Bryson Tillers. It's
How
kinda
do we
problematic.
change the rankings? How do we get Google to start to figure out the
Keep
right
Googling him.
Is he any good?
Well,
Keep clicking on the Kansas links.
I don't know if that works, but I don't have enough data to combat it. So I think we just go with that.
Yeah.
What was his recruiting ranking? That's what I was trying to look
He's
up.
in Mickey D's. Mickey D.
Was
Wasn't
he
he?
really?
Yeah.
I
believe
feel like he
so.
was like 30
Nope.
second.
Hey, you know who else was at Mickey D's? Oh, Marco Jackson.
Tiller was 20 on 24/7 and 21 on Rivals.
Way off. Reclass though, right? No, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, he did. Well, he left early and came for the semester and had his surgery and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Was
like
Flory
that.
McDonald's All-American? How many McDonald's All-Americans do we have on this roster?
Darren.
5?
Flory? Flory had
Darren, Marco, Tiller. I'm not sure about Flory actually. I don't remember.
So 4. We'll give him.
I just
well, you
don't
know
really
what?
care about that anymore.
We're gonna give it to him. We're giving it to Flory since we don't care.
in Jock.
No, it does feel a little good to have some talent on the roster.
Yeah,
Even though we
they're-
started this
they're
conversation
athletic.
by me saying I don't know if they're that good, but
They're young, but there is a higher talent ceiling, like for sure. Beyond Darren, there's some other like length, athleticism.
The throwaway
Like
line we say right
athleticism.
here is the pieces are there, guys.
I think we still need to be able to shoot, but I will say, and I said this on Spaces after the Louisville game, it was just so nice to watch a game and not feel like we are going to get out athleted like we were the last few years. Some podunk SEC team, middle of the pack, somehow had 5 players on the floor more athletic than our 5 players. And they don't have to be good every time, but you can win games that way. We didn't.
Immediately you could tell.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. 2
oh,
minutes in.
how have we not had players that look like this? And they're not
Might be
even,
really
You know what's funny about that, Mac, is I can't even remember what they were referencing in the broadcast tonight, but somebody in the first half said, "Oh, that's a play where you miss a guy like DeJuan Harris." And I thought, that's a bit too soon. We're
I heard
2
that.
exhibition games into the season. I don't know that we need to already start recalling, like, they sure are missing KJ.
They were saying, yeah, because he would go out there and he would set things up. He would just make sure things were set up and facilitate. And I'm like, we can find somebody else to bring the ball up and pass it to another guy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I was kind of hot when he said that. I mean, really? First home game of the year, and we're already doing this.
Well, I hit my sound bar with a hammer.
Only 5 more ESPN Plus games to go this year, guys.
Let's go. RIP Lance Blanks.
I thought when ESPN rolled out a new app this year, I was like, here we go. ESPN Plus is going to be better.
Oh, fuck
No.
that.
Dude, it's
Dude, that
the
app's
worst.
horrible.
Hey, and if you
Horrible.
like tonight's broadcast, guess what? KU Oklahoma State on ESPN Plus Saturday.
That feels right.
It
I don't want it.
does.
I want it on the shittiest broadcast possible.
no one's going to watch that.
Be nostalgic.
TNT's not good enough for you?
I like the TNT broadcast.
TNT broadcast is great.
Yeah.
They do sports well. Shout out Nick and friends.
This is such a good point. Mark says, Fran's going to mention Juan 13 times his
Oh
first
my
KU
God,
game.
right.
And he's going to also, who would get along? Fran and Lance Leipold and just shitting on KU fans and how unsupportive they
Oh.
are.
Keep
those
them
two
away
guys
from
would
each
love
other.
each other.
That's too much.
That's a good take.
I used to always think that like Fran kind of got a bad rep just because he's on every KU game, so people get sick of him.
I did for a while too.
Last 2 years, though, I'm totally with everybody else because he's online. He's also Lance online. Hey, KU fans, like that's a great pairing. They should do a podcast.
He knows that podcast is going to sound like some other. It's going to be like Theo Vaughn, but for like 60-year-old ball knowers. You don't like that? I guess I don't listen to Theo Vaughn.
Who's the
I'm
Theo
trying to
Vaughn?
picture it and I'm totally lost. My brain hurts for a moment.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like all right.
No,
I'll
it's
take it
okay.
back.
It's okay. We'll workshop.
It's
that.
complicated.
You don't
I
think
will
you're gonna
say
be like,
I do have verified. I've seen him in person twice down here.
who's him, Fran or Lance
Fran
or Theo?
saw him at a clothing store, warehouse sale. He couldn't see over the counter.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
He's a
Literally 5'1".
Fuck that guy.
I defend
I
Fran
mean,
a lot.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
still
going to do
defend
that.
Fran.
I didn't say it. I just given
just a-
roster height.
He makes
Fran's-
it up to defend him though. Sometimes
He does it on
Last year was the
purpose.
worst. Last year was
know.
the worst when he just kept talking about how KU fans don't appreciate DeJuan Harris and KJ Adams enough.
Call the game, dude. With the soap opera.
he starts to kind of like the troll stuff, and then
He does it on purpose.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
But it's not a good bit for a guy who calls every Big 12 game.
Well, and then the part that drives me crazy, it's
The
kind of
biggest
like
Fan
this.
base.
He comes to all the self stuff and he comes to these practices and he seems like I'm buddy with the program, and see, I'm here in the off season hanging out with the coaches, and see, I hate Kansas. As I'm sitting here doing the charity whatever. Like, so the point is, in his brain, we're all just stupid because look, I actually am a fan of this. But what people don't understand is he's doing his job too. So no, I don't accept that's that alone can just offset everything that you do.
Do you think he's all buddy with the staff like he says?
Probably not.
But I don't think any of those guys are.
Especially the Bruce Weber thing. Like once that
in the FBI.
Like there are enough things that I'm sure Self and staff are like, you get
these national guys come to Allen Fieldhouse like once or twice a year, and then they act like they're chummy with Bill. I'm like, you realize Bill hates.
That's Bill though. Bill
pretty much
feel chummy. That's just his.
Yeah, but you get Seth Greenberg coming out there. It's like I spoke to Bill Self this week. It's like
I knew you were gonna bring him up. I knew you were gonna bring him up. That's a guy. Seth and Fran are two guys that I think if you had two Coors Lights and Bill Self, and you're like, what do you think about those guys? You'd be like, suckbag losers, man.
I think Bill did mention that. I think Bill did mention that about it was like Seth Greenberg, like Dino Gaudio. And he's like, I spoke to the coaches, and then somebody asked Bill about it. He's like, that guy's never been around our program. Like he knows nothing about our team.
Seth Greenberg.
Okay.
You're right about that though. He would not. But you know what? The thing about Bill is he makes him feel that way.
Yeah.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. And maybe he can make
Lance should make us feel that way.
And Bill should make Darryn Peterson feel that way. Keep him happy.
Hey guys, I really hope he's okay.
Hashtag prayers up for DP. Let's get that trending. Let's get the prayers out there. Right? Or T's and P's.
Prayers for Darryn.
Yeah, prayers for Darryn. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. For Mike, Kevin, I'm Nick. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.